Hey everybody, this is David Branderhorst, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to start an online business on a shoestring budget. Now, before we get started, if you could hit that like and subscribe button to be notified of future content, we would greatly appreciate it. Now, this is a problem most everyone faces. Most all of us, when we start an online business, we're not doing so with a big budget. We're not doing so with lots of cash in the bank, or we're sitting there going, well, I can buy all this and I can hire these people. I can bring in all these resources, buy all these services. We're usually starting an online business because we're trying to generate that extra income. We're trying to generate that extra cash flow. And as we're doing it, we know that we can't be wasteful. We can't spend a bunch of money on things that we really don't need. Otherwise, our budget's going to get blown out of the water very quickly. And either we'll never be able to get this business off the ground, or if we do it, we're just not ever going to, it's going to take forever to get there. We're either going to struggle mightily for an extended period of time, or it's never going to happen in the first place. So today we're going to be talking about 4 primary things that you need to get a business really up and running. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you you're going to need is a website. And the reason that I tell you you really want to get a website up, even if it's very simple, is you need some place to send your customers to. So as you start to generate leads, as you start to generate interest in what it is that you're doing, you need some place to send people to you. Something there where people can go to learn more about you, to get more information on what it is that you're offering, and a place where they can go to make purchases. So you really need to have some type of a website up. Now, to do that, the first thing you have to do is to acquire a domain name. So whatever that domain name would be, you need to own that. You need to get that property secured so that you can be in control of that URL address. And one of the best places that we recommend people go to get, again, the focus of this video is how do we do it economically and as cheaply as possible. To get these domain names is a place called Namecheap. Namecheap is a service that it just sells you lots of domain names for a very, very low cost. So if you want to go in and get a very cheap way of getting your domain secured, Namecheap is a great way to do it. Then from there, you need a place to host your website. So you need a place to put it. You need a place to store the assets to be able to build your website on now that you own that. And again, when you're starting out, we want to keep it as economical as possible. So you would look at places like GoDaddy is a place that's usually fairly cheap to get started. DreamHost is another one that's an option. That's a good option for people getting started. We use A2 hosting, which is a good option for us. It's probably a little bit more expensive, but it's a pretty solid option as well. And then once you get your website hosted and set up, now you need to start building on it. And to do that, you kind of need, I like to refer to it as like an operating system for your website. Just like if you're using a PC, you have Windows installed, and that's what everything is installed on. For your website, you need a website builder, which for most people is going to be WordPress. And WordPress, in its basic form, is free for everyone. Some people don't like WordPress, and that's fine. Then you can look at something like Wix. That's another good option for you, but I would use one of those. WordPress is free, so I would definitely recommend that if you can manage it, because it would certainly save you money. And then once you get that going, you really need a theme. You need something that you use as a tool to build the pages that gives you the ability to create the themes, the colors, all the layout and everything. And what we have always used is something called Optimize Press, which you can just go to optimizepress.com and to look at that. For a couple $100, you can get a theme. And again, if you want the ongoing support, you can pay for that annually to have customer service and support. Otherwise, it's just a matter of, it's just a matter of that one-time fee. So that's kind of nice. But the Optimize Press is a great service for building out a website that is really designed for online business. That's really what they have built it for. And then from there, once you get your website kind of started and rolling, you want to have a place to build an email list, because you want to be able to communicate with people off of social media, because Social media, as we know, is fickle. You can be doing great on social media. All of a sudden, one day you've lost your account, or your account got banned, or you restricted, or whatever. And now you have no way of communicating with your people. But if you have them on your email list, you don't lose control of that because you're the one in control of your email list. Now, a great place to look for those people, again, if we're looking at this solely from the perspective of how do I get an email list without dropping a lot of money, Mailchimp does offer a free service that you can use at the very beginning level to start an email list. And this allows you to get people's name and emails added into your list. And you can send out emails to them. You can send out broadcast emails. You can have follow-up emails sent out. Now, keep in mind, Mailchimp, although it is a very cheap option, is also very limited. It does not have a lot of options. So if you want something that's a little bit more, you could look at something like ActiveCampaign. That's one that we use here that we are very happy with. It's a little more money. It's not that expensive, but it gives you a lot more functionality. Then once you have that in place, you need a place to start generating leads for your business. And that just involves creating social media accounts. Now, again, which one is the right one to go on? Well, it really depends on you and the type of customer that you're going to want to reach. Some businesses are all about Facebook, and Facebook is kind of like the big one. It's the place where most people go to generate leads, but it's not the right place for everyone. Some people have a better fit on Instagram, or some are on LinkedIn, some use YouTube. You need to know your market. You need to know your business. You need to know what's right for you, but you need to be on that platform. Again, it doesn't cost anything to be on it, but you need to be on it, and you need to be active, and you need to start making connections with people, and you need to start building relationships and getting some things going so you can get some things started. Then from there, really the only other piece that you really need is the ability to take payments. You need the ability, once you send people to your site and you make an offer and you give them something that they can buy, you need the ability to take their payment. And really what I recommend is one of two main options is really either PayPal, again, which you can set that up for free. There's no charge. You just get charged as the transactions come through, or Stripe. Those are two of the main best options. Neither one you need to pay a monthly fee. You just pay as the transactions come rolling through. So I would definitely look at one of those two as your best options, because that will allow you to take payments. And again, we're keeping the costs as low as possible. Now, if you'd like to get even more details on this and have a few more services than the beginner ones that I've just outlined here, we do have a resource that we've created for you. It is free, and what it does is it goes through and gives you more depth, and it gives you the ability to understand what are the top choices in each one of these categories. And we have more categories than what I just covered here because I'm trying to keep this video short. But if you want to know even more, you want to get a breakdown of what are the top choices in each of these categories. How do you make sure that you know what the pricing structures on these things are so that you're not getting taken advantage of? And how do you know why certain services may not even be a good fit for you? Like, certain businesses should not use some of these services because it's just not the right fit for their business. So if you really want to get a little more help than that, we do have a free resource available to you. You can just go to designlaunchgrow.com/discover. And there's an ebook called Discover the Tools You Need to Build a Successful Online Business. And it goes through just that. It gives you the exact tools that you need to go through that. As well, we'll include a link below this video in the description to help you. Because again, we want to help you get your business up and off the ground, and be able to do so in such a way where you're not breaking the bank. So hopefully this was helpful to you. If you have questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.